Here we are in our Seaver Experiment Game 2. I wanted to show you what happened in our first game. Really, the most important thing about these games is Seaver and how he does, and the data from that, as opposed to what goes on in the game. Let's look quickly at the first game here. We're doing a 69 replay of the Seaver season in which he was 25-7. With a 2.21 ERA in 35 starts. And in yesterday's game, he went 7 1/3 inning with 5 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned runs, 3 walks, 7 strikeouts, and gave up 1 home run. In the actual April 8th, 1969 start against the Expos, he went 5 innings, gave up 6 hits, 4 runs, 2 earned, 3 walks, and 5 strikeouts. So pretty close. Now, yesterday's game, what is even more interesting, there's a couple of things, anecdotes that I want to add. I misplayed, if you will, last night's game, an amazing game, an exciting game, crazy game. The Expos scored 8 runs in the in the last 2 innings of the game, the top of the 8th and the top of the ninth, to come back and take a 9-8 lead against the Mets. And this was the final result here of that game. And they took the lead 9-8, and then the Mets came up, and a couple of guys got on base, and then we brought in Don Clendenin to pinch hit. And this has been sent to the commissioner's office, and he's ruled on this. He basically ruled that the game stands, the Seaver stats stand, but the bottom of the ninth, the Mets batting in the bottom of the ninth, must be replayed at some further time because Don Clendenin, who was on the Expos at the beginning of the '69 season, actually pinch hit for the Mets. So there was a huge mix-up, and even though he had a 3-run walk-off home run to give the Mets an 11-9 victory, we're going to have to replay that because that was not something that should have gone on. So, and that said, we're going to move on, and that's one part of what happened. That was interesting. Another aspect of that yesterday's game that was very, very interesting is that the actual score in '69 was, I believe it was 11-10 Expos win. In yesterday's game that I replayed, it was 11-9 Mets win. So I thought that was very unique as well. All right. So anyway, let's go to the lineups for Game 2. And this is against St. Louis at Shea. And let's go with the St. Louis Cards. It's Lou Brock leading off, Kurt Flood. Second, Pinson, right field, batting third. Joe Torre, the future manager of the Yanks and player manager of the Mets, batting fourth and playing first base. Batting fifth, amazing announcer Tim McCarver, an author and baseball guru, if you will. Batting sixth is Shannon, the third baseman. The second baseman, Javier, 282, and the semi-gold shortstop Maxville, who batted a measly 175 in '69, bats eighth. And then Gibson, Bob Gibson, the Bob Gibson, is the pitcher, and Gibson was 20-13 with a 2.18 ERA in '69. So basically, sets that bar for everybody else to kind of follow in 35 starts. Now, the Cardinals were a pretty good team, and they were 88-74. They were in fourth place, so that's a pretty decent record to be in fourth place. But they were 88-74, so we're facing a pretty good team here. And Schoendienst is the manager for the Cardinals. So let's get started. Let's go over the Mets. And it's leading off is AG. Batting second is Gasper. Third is Garrett. Fourth is Cleon Jones. 5th is Ed Kranepool. 6th is Ed Charles. 7th is Jerry Grody. 8th is Bud Harrelson. And 9th is Tom Seaver. And let's get started with the Tom Seaver Experiment, Game 2 of 35. Okay, Tommy Seaver faces Lou Brock. And that's a 2-4-6. And Seaver is semi-control. The die says he is control, and that's a comebacker. Seaver over to Kranepool, 1 away. Now we're gonna roll. That's how I do it. To find out who the hot batters are, it's a 5, so that's going to be the third baseman is a hot batter, Shannon, for St. Louis. And let's do that again. It's 6. The shortstop is the Cole batter, Maxville, who batted 175, so that makes sense. And for the Mets, we can look at Game 1, and we can see that well, AG is going to be the hot batter. He had 2 hits and a home run. And the cold batter is going to be Charles. He made out 4 outs. So let's move on here. It's going to be Curt Flood. I believe Curt Flood goes on to play with the Mets. And it's 1-4-6. Flash, Seaver, strikeout. And Vida Pinson. And it's 2-2-4. Pitching at home, yes he is. High fly, left side. Harrelson, 3 away. End of the top half of the first. No runs, no hits. We go to Tommy Agee. He homered in yesterday's game. That's a 2-2-4. Pitching at home, no. Is he a slugger? No. Single to right field. And it takes us to the baseball right now. Baseball right now chart for Gasper. Rod Gasper. He's a prospect. Baseball right now, 4-5. Cole batter, no. He's neutral, so it's a ground ball to the first baseman. And that's a 4. Runners advance 1 base. So Agee over to second. Wayne Garrett batting third. Runner in scoring position. 3-5-6. Are they the same? A lefty versus a righty. So that's a no. Utility or Satsack. He's a utility. Decided to die says no. Single down the first base line. Against a righty. Yep. So single down the first base line with a 3. Runners advance 2 bases. So that's going to be an RBI. Agee comes around to score. And Garrett gets himself an RBI single. Mets are up 1-0. So it's a 2-3-3 for Cleon Jones batting cleanup. 2-3-3. Ace, he is an ace. And that's a ground ball to the shortstop. And that's Maxville over to Javier for the force. So Jones beats the throw. And it's Ed Kranepool with a run around first. 2 away. And that's a 5-5-5 for Kranepool. Ace or star. He's an ace, so it's a deep fly. Right fielder Pinson going back to the track, to the wall, makes the catch. The Mets get one. We go to the top of the second. Joe Torre. Joe Torre batted .289 and hit 18 home runs in '69. .289 and hit 18 home runs. .366. Pinch hitter now. Fly ball. AG. Medium center. One away. Tim McCarver. And McCarver's hit by the pitch. Seaver lets one get away and puts McCarver on at first. Mike Shannon. Shannon batted .254 with 12 home runs. He's the third baseman for the Cardinals. And it's .255. It's a fly ball. Cleon Jones calling for it. 2 away. And it's Julian Javier, .282 and 10 home runs in 1969. .556. So line out to the third baseman, Garrett. Oh, I'm sorry, Garrett's playing second to the third baseman, Charles. That's all she wrote in the second. They leave one. Going to the bottom of the second. Mets 1, Cardinals nothing. It's going to be Ed Charles. And it's 3-3-4. It's a single to left. So Ed Charles singles to left, and he's on at first. Grody. Let's see, 5-5-6. 5-5-6. Not an ace, sat sack. Not a sat sack. It's a double to right field. Active steals. But no, he's not active. So it's a double to right field on a 5. Runners advance 2 bases. Score on doubles. Is there a stoic runner at first base? Charles. No. So that's an RBI double for Jerry Grody. RBI double for Jerry Grody. And Bud Harrelson's going to bunt a 3. And a 3 is going to be an out of first, runner's advance. So it's a successful sacrifice. Gets Grody over to third with 1 out. And it's going to be Tom Seaver, the batter. 2-0 here in the bottom of the second. Tom Seaver. So we're going to bring the infield in. And it's a 4-4-6. 4-4-6. Star, no. Gibson's not a star. Sat-sack, utility, or patient. Yes, he is. So it's going to be a call, third strike. Gibson gets a strikeout when he needs it. That's his first strikeout of the game. And now it's going to be Tommy Agee. Tommy Agee hit 26 home runs in '69 for the Mets. 2-4-5. 2-4-5. Is he a hero? No, he is not. It's a high fly to the left side. Second baseman, Javier. And the first baseman, Torre. Javier calls it. And we're going to go to the player experience chart for the first batter in the top of the third. So the Mets come up with a second run. They lead it 2-0. Going to the top of the third. So it's going to be Dal Maxville. Maxville is a semi-gold fielder, but he only batted .175 in about 400 plate appearances. So it's not like they didn't give him an opportunity. And it's up. Gotta roll those 2 dice on the other chart. 2-4. icon batter. Absolutely. Yes, he is. He's an icon batter. 2-4, icon batter. Delivers single just inside the baseline. So Maxville surprises everybody, especially this announcer, with a single. Bob Gibson is going to bunt, and that's a 2. That should be a successful bunt. Let's see what happens there. Active runner on safe at first. Semi-active. He's not. So it's a successful sacrifice. And over to second goes Maxville. And it's going to be Lou Brock. Now, Lou Brock batted .298 with 12 home runs. Not sure how many steals he had, but we can always check that. How many steals did Lou Brock have? Lou Brock had 53 steals. He was caught 14 times in 1969. I guess that was one of his slow years. So runner on second, 1 out. Lou Brock the batter against Tommy Seaver. 1-1-6. Is he fresh? Yes, he is. Strikeout. Strikes out Lou Brock. Kurt Flood. Gold catcher. No, he's not. Champion. No, he is not. Outfield drama. That's 2 dice. Outfield drama. 1-4. So right fielder gold. Semi-gold. And the decided die says he's gold. So incredible sliding catch of a looping liner. Great catch by Gasper, a gold outfielder for this play. And that's all she wrote in the top of the third for the Cardinals. Rod Gasper, he just made a great catch, and now he's batting. That has a tendency to happen 1 in 9 times. It's 2-4-6. 2-4-6. Control, semi-control. Decided die says no. Eager or sad sack, no. Base on balls. Active steals, not active. So Gasper manages a walk against Gibson. And it's going to be Wayne Garrett, the second baseman today. So he plays third base, he plays second base. Utility type guy. 3-5-6. 3-5-6. Are they the same? Garrett's a lefty. Gibson's a righty. Utility or sad sack. He is a utility. Decided die says no. So 3-5-6. It's going to be a single down the first base line. And runner advanced 2 bases. So Gasper goes over to third, first and third. So the Mets are actually hitting and Gibson. Cleon Jones, runners on first and third. 3-3-3 against Cleon for Cleon Jones. Utility or sad sack? No. It's going to be a triple to left. Home run king hits home run. A home run king, so it's going to be a triple. A 2-run triple for Cleon Jones. 2-run score and 2-run score. Jones is on at first, nobody out. Gibson is semi-struggler because he's allowed 3 consecutive base runners, and it's going to be Ed Kranepool. Mets up 4-zip. 1-5-6. 1-5-6. Not a whiffer. Outfield drama. Okay, outfield drama. See what happens. Outfield drama, 5-6. So left fielder iron? I don't think so. They have very few character traits. So he's not iron. Otherwise, a looping fly ball lands in glove, fly out. So it's a fly out with a 5. Runners advance. Runners on third base scores on a fly. So it's going to be a sacrifice fly for Crane Pool. 1 away. Ed Charles. Nobody on base now. Mets are up 5-zip. And it's a 2-5-6. Is he a struggler? Not anymore. Champion or patient? No. Infield drama. Infield drama this time. 6-6 on infield drama. Is the first baseman gold? No. Torrey's not gold. So otherwise, it's a bungle play. Batter safe at first on an error. So it's an E3. And Charles is on at first. E3. And it's a 2-2-3. Is he wild? No. Slugger or utility? No. Single to left. Active steals. And it's under a 2. So let's see. Runners advance 1 base. So Charles over to second. And he's Gibson's given up 5 runs. Now I don't have the rule book with me, but I remember. Oh, here it is. Actually, okay. So if you give up 5 runs, something happens. You actually you lose a grade. You lose a grade. Now where is that in the rule book? So I know you lose a grade when you give up 5 runs. So you probably become a semi-struggler. I'm gonna guess. I'm going to just be crazy, and instead of wasting a lot of time looking for this right now, I will check it out later. If you give up 5 runs, and it's happened a couple of times, you become a semi-struggler. Now, there's actually one out right now, so I could pull him. You know what? I'm going to resolve this issue. I'm going to pull him. But I believe after you give up 5 runs, you're semi-struggler. That's from the top of my head, and just using the little sense that I do have. Now, let me look at the other games for pitchers that the Cardinals use. They use I don't really know who they use. SP, that's a starting pitcher Washburn. Chuck Taylor, I'm not going to use him. Relief pitcher Ron Willis. We're going to clip his wings, and we're going to throw him on top of Gibson. Gibson gets pulled. So Gibson gets pulled, and there's not going to be a double switch right now. So Ron Willis is going to come in, and he's going to be color green in the boxes that he pitches. It's my green pencil. I'm going to color those boxes in. And he's going to face Harrelson and Seaver. There's only 1 out. Runners on first and second. Okay. And Buddy Harrelson, runners on first and second. Against Ron Willis, a righty, versus Harrelson, who's batting lefty because he's a switch hitter. And it's a 1-4-5. Struggler, no, he's an ace. It's going to be a ground ball double play to he's batting lefty, so it's going to be to the first baseman. This is a 3-6-3 double play. And the Mets score 3 runs in the bottom of the third, and they're now up 5-0. And we go to Vita Pinson. Vita Pinson is a right fielder for St. Louis. Or Vada Pinson, I'm sorry. Vada Pinson. And it's a 3-4-5. 3-4-5. Iron catcher, no, he's semi-gold. Good eye, no, he is not. Strikeout, and we go to the right now chart. So it's a strikeout. That's his 1-2-3rd strikeout of the game. And Joe Torre on the right now chart. So it's going to be 2 dice and a decided die. The decided die says blank there. 3-6. Cold pitcher. No, he's a hot pitcher. So 3-6. It's a fly ball to Jones. Medium left. He's got it. 2 away. And it's Tim McCarver. Tim McCarver got hit by the pitch last time at bat. Let's see, 1-3-3. See a slugger? No. Outfield drama. Outfield drama. And it's a 3-4. Outfield drama, 3-4. Left fielder iron, no. So fly out again to Jones. Makes the catch. 3 up, 3 down. Seaver's retired 6 in a row. Mike Shannon. I'm sorry. Mets are up. It's going to be Seaver against Ron Willis. 2-3-5. Is Willis wild? Semi-wild. Decided die says no. Eager. Decided die says no. Is he patient? No. So it's a ground ball to the second baseman, Javier. Over first. 1 away. Now it's Tommy Agee. Look at Agee's card. He's a semi-home run king, semi-whiffer. And it's a 2-6-6. 2-6-6. Is he the leadoff batter? Yes, he is. So it's going to be single to center. So Agee on at first against Ron Willis. With 1 out. And it's Rod Gasper. And it's a 2-5-6. See a struggler? No. Champion or patient? No. Infield drama. Infield drama. 2-5. Second baseman iron? No. So routine grounder. Number 2, it's going to be a 4-6 fielder's choice. So Gasper on at first, and Wayne Garrett, the batter. Wayne Garrett is 2 for 2 on the day. Singled in a run in first inning, and in his last at bat, singled and scored. So Garrett is contributing. And it's 1-2-3. 1-2-3, both flash and fresh. He's semi-fresh. Decided die says no. So it's a ground ball to the shortstop. And that's going to be, with a 1, that's going to be a 6-4. And that's going to be all she wrote for the bottom of the 4th. And at the end of 4, Mets 5, Cards zip. It's going to be Mike Shannon facing Seaver. It's a 2-3-3. Acer start. He's an ace, so it's a ground ball to the shortstop, Harrelson. Harrelson over to Cranepool, 1 away. 1-2-5 for Javier. 1-2-5. Is he a struggler? No. Patient, base on balls. No. 1-2-5 is a hard hit ground ball to the third baseman, Charles. Charles over to first. That 2 outs. And it's going to be the light hitting Dal Maxwell. 156. Is he a whiffer? No, he's not. 156, outfield drama. Outfield drama. And it's a 6-6 on outfield drama. Right fielder iron, no. Routine fly ball to right. And that's Gasper out there for the third out. 3 up, 3 down. Seaver's retired 9 in a row. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Now, most of my games last about an hour. No matter what I do, they last about an hour. So I'm trying to get, even yesterday's game that had about, I'd say, 8 pitchers, 8 pitching changes, and 3 pinch hitters lasted an hour and 10 minutes. You figure that would last a lot longer, but they always seem to be around an hour. So it's 146 for Cleon Jones in the bottom of the 5th. 146. Flash. Semi-flash. Decided die says no. Champion. Semi-champion. Decided die says no. Grounders second base. And that's Javier over to Torrey. 1 away. And Willis is still in the game. He'll get pulled next inning when it's time for a pinch hitter. Ed Kranepool with 1 away. And it's 4-5-6. 4-5-6. Not patient. Fly ball. Center field. Center fielder Flood. 2 away. Ed Charles. Say 1-2-5. Struggler, no. Patient, no. Whiffer, semi-whiffer. Decided die says no. It's a ground ball to the third baseman Shannon. Over to Torrey first for the third out. In the 5, Mets 5, Cards zip. And it's the pitcher slot, so we're going to get a pinch hitter. A pinch hitter. And pinch hitter. Okay. Pinch hitter cards. Haig, Hicks, and White. Haig, Hicks, and White. Let's see if I can find any one of those guys. Bill White. Oh, Bill White. He's a Yankee announcer. Wow, okay. He's still playing in 69? All right, Bill White is going to bat. Let's see. Seaver against Bill White. White. 4. Willis. Top 6. White's going to be an A, so I put that in the box as well. I'd like to do something like circle the pinch hitters or something more, but I also wanted to do something with the hits so they really stand out on the table. But then it conflicts with the fact that I color in the relievers when they come in. So I was thinking of doing a circle around, and like let's say black. Big black circle against all the hits, but that would look crazy. It'd be too many circles, especially if it's a game with 15 or 17 hits. There'd be a circle almost, and there'd be so many circles, it would just be chaos. So anyway, I'm trying to perfect the system. I've tried kind of marking them as I go, so the team gets a hit. I put like a little stroke, but that didn't work because I started forgetting and getting. There's so much that you're doing here, reading the rules, rolling the dice, marking everything in the scorecard. You're thinking about what's going on. You're talking about the plays. You're visualizing, telling stories, and so on. So there's so much going on. So leading off the top of the 6th is Bill White, pinch hitting for the pitcher Ron Willis, who pitched 2 2 2/3 innings and gave up no hits, no runs, no walks, and no strikeouts. Bill White. He's announcer for the Yanks, or was an announcer for the Yanks. Yeah, he was an announcer for the Yanks for a long time, especially in the 70s and the 80s, I believe. Okay, 4-5-5. Flash. He is a flash. Good eye. No, strikeout. Fourth strikeout for Seaver here in the top of the sixth. And it's going to be Lou Brock. One of the best base stealers of all time. Lou Brock. Expos have Maury Wills, another one of the best base stealers of all time. 1-3-5. 1-3-5. Unusual result. Unusual result with a black 1. So it's going to be a mini chart event. Black 1 is a ballpark quality. And we're in grass at Shea in Flushing, Queens, Flushing, New York. And it's normal for righties and normal for lefties. So we're going to see what happens here. Okay, 1-3. Small ballpark, no. Otherwise, first baseman makes a catch of a towering foul ball. And so that's an F3, 2 away, and it's Curt Flood. And 4-4-6. 4-4-6. Satsack utility or patient. He's none of those. Single to right, active, not active, so it's a single to right. So after retiring 1, 2, 3, 9, 10, 11 in a row, Flood singles to right off Seaver. So 2 out, run around first. Veda Pinson. Now Veda Pinson in 69 batted .255 and hit 10 home runs. Not a career year for Veda Pinson. 4-5-6. Patient based on balls, no. 4-5-6 fly ball. AG. Center field. That's the end of the sixth, top of the sixth. We go to the bottom of the sixth. Mets 5, Cards zip. So Tom Seaver's got a shutout going. It's going to be Grody, Harrelson, and Seaver against. We need a pitcher for the Cards. Which one's a starting pitcher? Starting pitcher, relief pitcher, Chuck Taylor. We'll be able to bring in Chuck Taylor. Relief pitcher, Gary Wazlewski. All right, Gary Wazlewski. A little bit challenging name to pronounce. Probably a Polish name. Gary Wazlewski is going to get a chance to show what he's got here early in the season of 1969. So Wazlewski's going to pitch, and he's going to be yellow. I brought a bunch of yellow pencils from my job today. Bunch of yellow pencils. Because the yellow pencil I had here broke, and then I was using a highlighter. So Wazlewski. It's going to be Jerry Grody. And it's going to be a 1-1-6. Is he fresh? Well, no, he's fresh till the 4th inning and semi-fresh, I believe, till the 7th. Now he's semi-fresh, but the decider die says no, he is not. So 1-1. I'm sorry. This is the Mets batting. So he's a flash. He's not. He is fresh. I'm sorry. So he's fresh as a strikeout. I had everything. I thought it was Seaver pitching. So Wazlewski strikes out Grody, and it's Harrelson. And it's 3-5-6. 3-5-6. Are they the same? Harrison's a switch hitter, so that's a no. Utility or Satsack. No, single down the. Wazlewski's a righty, so he's down the first baseline. So a single for Harrelson down the first baseline. Tommy Seaver's going to bunt. That's a 1. Safe at first, runners advance. Roll, decider, die for ruling. So, okay. So is he safe at first? Decider, die says yes. Okay, is it a single? That's what I have to find out. The ruling, is it a single or an error? So he's safe at first, either a single or an error. Decided die said, single is first, so I'm going to say, is it a single? Decided die says yes. So it's a single, and I guess on a 1, I rolled a 1. It would be runner advance 1 base. So anyway, it's a bunt, so I probably just advanced 1 base. So anyway, it's a single for Seaver, and it's first and second with 1 out, and it's going to be Tommy Agee. Tommy Agee, first and second, 1 out here against Wazlewski for the Cards. 1-1-5. Fresh, yes he is. High fly in the infield, and that's going to be to the left side, to the third baseman, Charles. Or I'm sorry, the third baseman, Shannon. 2 away. And it's going to be Gasper. Gasper is 0 for 2. Hasn't walked and scored a run in today's game. And it's a 2-3-4. 2-3-4. Runners on base, plate drama. So there's a plate drama call. We go to the plate drama page. It's 4-6 on the plate drama. 4-6 catcher iron. The catcher is McCarver, and he's neutral. 4-6. So you keep going down. Batter lets fastball go by. Strike. Okay. So strike 1 on Gasper. 1-1-3. 1-1-3. Is he an ace? No. Slugger? No. Single to center fielder. 2 stars. Satsack or home run king strikes out. No, so it's a single to center, and the bases are loaded. Single to center, unless, let me see, runners advanced in 2 hits, doubles, active runner scored from second. With 2 outs, any runner scores from second on any hit. That's an RBI single for Gasper. And Harrelson hustles around third and scores. Seaver stops at second. So we have Wayne Garrett, runners on first and second. Score now is 6-0 Mets. And it's going to be Wayne Garrett. And it's a 3-4-4. Is it a prospect? Is he a prospect? Yes, he is. So prospect, well hit, fence. So we're going to go to the micro chart called fence, and he is a scrapper. And we're going to roll 1 die to find out what happens. A 2, it's going to be a single. And it's going to be runners advance 1 base. So the bases are loaded now. Bases are loaded. Excuse me. The Cleon Jones finished 3rd in the batting title chase in '69. It was Rose who won it. Roberto Clemente. I can't wait till Seaver faces the Pirates to be able to play against Roberto Clemente. That's going to be very, very exciting. I'm sure he's a gold fielder. So he finished 3rd. He had a great season. He was batting .350 till late, but it seems like that in September he had some nagging injuries that slowed him up a little bit, and he lost about 10 points off his average. But he had a tremendous season for the Mets in '69, batted .340, 3rd in the league in batting in the National League, but he, not with not that much power. I think he hit about 12 home runs that season. Cleon Jones is up. The bases are loaded. Mets are winning 6-0 here in the bottom of the sixth. And the pitcher is Wazlewski, Gary Wazlewski. There's 2 outs. Bases loaded for Cleon Jones. 3-3-4. 3-3-4. Ace or star? No. Sad sack? No. Single to left. If he is eager, is he eager? No, he isn't. So it's a single to left. Runners advance 2 bases. Okay, so it's a 2-run single for Cleon Jones. 2-run single for Cleon Jones. And the Mets now lead it 8-0. And it's Ed Kranepool, first and third. Okay. So now Wazlewski is going to be a semi-struggler because he's allowed 3 consecutive base runners. And it's a 1-4-5. He's a semi-struggler, and the decided die says he is a struggler, so it's a wild pitch. And a wild pitch is going to score Garrett and allows Jones to go to second. Ed Kranepool still the batter. Let's see, 1-3-4. Gold catcher, McCarver, no. Champion, no. Outfield drama. Outfield drama. 1-5. Left fielder Gold. No, it's Lou Brock and he's not Gold. Batter laces single to left. Line drive, base hit left field. And Jones, I believe with 2 outs, is going to score. Doesn't really matter at this point. It's now 9-0. And Ed Charles, he's a full-out struggler now. And it's a 3-3-6. Sad sack, utility, or patient. He's a sad sack. Decided die says no. So it's a single to center. Single to center. Runners advance 2 bases. Kranepool is semi-stoic. Decided die says no, he is not. So he's neutral, so he goes to third. First and third. So the Mets have scored 5 runs in this inning. Excuse me. 5 runs in this inning. Score is now 10-0. First and third. And the deluge continues. Jerry Brody. 1-4-5. 1-4-5. A struggler. Yes. Wild pitch. Another run scores. And Charles goes to second. So it's time for a change on the mound. Time for a change on the mound. Let's see who we have. Relief pitchers. Chuck Taylor. Chuck Taylor, my goodness gracious. This is the longest inning ever. So Taylor's getting his wings clipped. And he goes there, Chuck Taylor. And he's going to be pink. I'll make this guy. I brought a pink pencil today. Oh, it's not even. So he's going to be pink. Let's see what happens here. All right, Jerry Grody. We're on second base. Mets lead it 11-0. And it's a 2-4-4. 2-4-4. Is he an ace? He is for this batter. So 2-4-4. He is an ace. It's a fly ball. Kurt Flood under it, center field. And that's all she wrote for the bottom of the 6th inning. Wow, that was the longest inning ever. The Mets batted around. And Grody made 2 of the 3 outs in the inning. All right, so it's going to be Joe Torre against Tom Seaver. Tom Seaver has a shutout going. You're in game 2 of the Seaver Experiment. You're part of the Seaver Experiment. Find out what his stats are going to be or how close they're going to be to what he did. This is huge for credibility. 2-4-6. Seaver is semi-control. He's control. It's a comebacker. Seaver over to Cranepool, 1 away. Tim McCarver. 1-4-5. 1-4-5. Is he a struggler? No. It's a ground ball to first base. Cranepool takes it himself. 2 away. Mike Shannon. That's a 3-5-6. 3-5-6. Are they the same? Yes. Strike 3. That's his 5th strikeout. And the end of 6.5. We go to the Mets 11. Card zip. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Mets sending up Bud Harrelson, Tom Seaver, and then the top of the lineup, Tommy Agee. Okay, let's get the pink in there. I like this pink pencil. Haven't had a pink pencil. Kind of cool. There you go. A pink pencil. I color in the boxes. Let's see. Bud Harrelson against Chuck Taylor. Say 1-2-5. 1-2-5. Is he a struggler? No. Patient? No. Ground ball. Is he a whiffer? No. Ground ball. Third baseman Shannon over to Torre. 1 away. Tommy Seaver. There he is. Tommy Seaver's got a lot of traits on him. Let's see. And it's going to be a 1-3-5. 1-3-5. It's an unusual result. A red 1. Unusual result, red 1. So I don't know what that is. Let's look. A red 1 and a black 5. It's called a balks and bogeys. Balks and bogeys. Say 2-4. 2-4. Lead base runner collides. There's no base runners. So I may have done some. I'm not sure if I did something wrong or glove hangs on for loose runner safe. So 2-4. There goes my crowd. My crowd died. Let's bring it back to life. So I don't know. I wonder if I did something wrong because it's setting me. It's acting as if there are base runners. I'm wondering if it asked me if there are base runners, and I have no idea what I rolled. Oh, it was an outfield drama, and it was. I believe it was outfield drama. No. Doesn't matter. Okay, it's one. It's 2-4. 2-4. Lead base runner collides with fielder. There's no base runner. Gold glove hangs on for the out. All right, so Tom Seaver's a righty. It's going to be a ground ball to the first baseman. He takes it himself. End of story. We go to Tommy Agee. So I have to find out more about that. There we go. Let's move on. So, okay, Tommy Agee, 356. 356. Are they the same? Righty versus righty. Strike three. End of the seventh. 11-0. Mets lead it. We go to the top of the eighth. Javier, Maxville, and the pitcher spot. We may see the pitcher bat. Just letting you know. All right, 156. 156. Whiffer. No. 156. Outfield drama. So outfield drama for 124 control. Yes, he is. He's semi-control, so it's no because the decider die says no. Is he eager? Yes, he is eager, so it's a high fly to the right side. Crane pull, waiting, and that's the third out. Okay, so that's going to be Chuck Taylor who bats. So Taylor. And that's all she wrote for the 7.5 innings of play. We go to the bottom of the eighth. In the Seaver experiment, Seaver's in there, pitching a shutout. So in the next inning, I have to roll to see if he's going to remain semi-fresh. I don't know what happened to Lou Brock. He vanished. Oh, there he is. Okay, let me put him at the top. And it's going to be Rod Gasper. Gasper singled and and drove in a run in his last at bat. So he would be a hot batter at this point in the game. If that happens to come up, 2-4-5. 2-4-5. Hero singles to left. No. It's a high fly to the right side. Second baseman, Javier, one away, and we go to the player experience chart for Wayne Garrett. Wayne Garrett is a prospect. Chuck Taylor is a prospect. Oh, darn it. And it's a 4-6. 4-6 icon pitcher. No, otherwise it's a great play by the first baseman. He throws over to the pitcher, and that's 2 away. Two away for the Mets in the bottom of the 8th inning in the Seaver experiment. They lead it 11-0. And it's Cleon Jones. Cleon Jones is 2 for 4 on the day with 2 RBIs. He's got a triple and a single. It's a 1-2-4. Control, yes he is. So it's a ground ball hit to the shortstop, Maxville. Maxville rifles it over to first for the third out. We go to the top of the 9th. And it's the Mets 11. The Cards zip. And see if Seaver can get this shutout. We're going to roll a decider die. If it's the question is, will Seaver continue to be a semi-fresh in the 9th inning of a shutout? And it's yes. So he's semi-fresh. And we're going to face Lou Brock. Lou Brock. And it's a 6-6-6 for Lou Brock. So it's a 6-6-6. Is he an ace? Yes, he is. So it's a fly ball to deep right field. And back to the track goes the right fielder, Gasper, at the fence, makes the catch. So 1 away. Kurt Flood. And it's 3-6-5. 3-6-5. 3-6-5. I'm sorry, 3-5-6. Are they the same? Yes, they are. So that's a strikeout. And that's the 6th strikeout of the game. So Seaver's 1 out away from a shutout in his 2nd start of the season. This one against the Cards at Shea Stadium in Flushing, Queens. Let's see if we got the crowd going again. Did the crowd wake up? My laptop ran out of... There it is. They're back. They're excited. Feet here at Shea Stadium in Flushing, New York. Veda Pinson, 226. Batter hit by pitch, decided to die, says yes. Oh, that got away from Seaver. So, with 2 out, Pinson on at first, and it's going to be Joe Torre. Joe Torre hit 18 home runs and batted 289 in 1969. And it's 244, 244. Is he an ace? Yes, he is. Fly ball. Center field. AG. And that's the ball game. So Tommy Seaver in the Seaver Experiment pitches a shutout in his 2nd start of the season for the win. He is now 1-0. And we're going to look at the numbers now real quickly. So Seaver is 1-0. He gets the win here. Pitches 9. Gives up 1, 2, a 2-hitter. Pitches a 2-hitter. No runs. Walks. No walks. Strikes out 6. So let's take a look here at what we got for Seaver for the Seaver Experiment. In reality, he got a loss. Here he gets a win. In reality, he pitched 8 innings. Here he pitches 9. He gave up 6 hits. Here he gave up 2. Gave up 3 runs. Here he gives up none. Earned runs the same. And then the walks I don't have. I have to look at that. Strikeouts, he struck out 3. Here he struck out 6. Or maybe 3 walks. Yeah, it wouldn't be 6 home runs. So I think I jumped one. I was kind of distracted when I wrote this. And I have a feeling it makes more... Well, I wrote it in pen. Okay, no problem. Here, we'll just do this. 3 and 6. So it's going to be 3 and 6. So that's pretty close. It's pretty close. And that's it for today. The final score of this one is going to be 11-0. The Mets had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 hits. Oh my goodness. They had 15 hits and no errors. Let's look at that. All right. The Mets had 11 runs on 15 hits and no errors. The Cards had no runs on 2 hits and 1 error. And that's all she wrote for today's game. It was 1 hour and 8 minutes it's going to be now. So it's pretty exciting. So we're going to play the 3rd game tomorrow. Now, in my ideal world, I'd like to play 1 game, 1 hour, and take my lunchtime to do some stat keeping and some lineup writing and that sort of thing. Seaver, from what I understand, it's tricky because we skip a start for Seaver because he has a relief appearance. He has a relief appearance. I'm not sure if it's game 4 or game 5. I have to look again. but I believe it may be game 5 that he has a relief appearance, so we're not going to play that game. The next game is going to be at Busch Stadium. It's against the Cards again. It's a week from today. Today's game was played on 4/13. 4/13. So the next game, game 3, is going to be on 4/19, and it's going to be 3 of 35. 3 of 35, and it's on the 19th. So it's about 6. What is that? 6 days from today. He starts at Busch Stadium against the Cards again, so we don't have to pull out a new team. And then he's going to play 2 against the Cubs. But I believe one of those games is a game where he makes a relief appearance. He actually had 36 appearances with only 35 starts in that 69 season, where he went 25-7 with a 2.21 ERA in 35 starts. So that's all she wrote, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it interesting. And I know I did. I had a good time with that. Mets scored a whole bunch of runs. We're not keeping track of offense, so it really doesn't matter. We are doing the Seaver experiment. See how his stats compare using History Maker Baseball to the actual stats, which is going to be fascinating. And I know this is going to be hooking a lot of people to kind of follow and find out what's going on and keep track of it, because I know that happened to me. And I kind of root for the guy one way or the other, trying to see, what happens and so on. So I'm signing off. Like, comment, subscribe to Combat Painter Winter Tabletop Baseball channel, and so long from 1969.